So, hello and have a good evening to all of you. So, today I'm very happy that all of us are here to discuss about the which factor are more important for employer to seek when hiring someone new. Because in my opinion, one of the most important thing for the employer when hiring someone new is that communication skills, because communication is one of the most excellent tools the company should have. So working with coworkers or dealing with customer efficiently requires the ability to communicate clearly. So communication skills needs more than understanding a particular language. So excellent skills include not only verbal but non-verbal communication. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what is verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So verbal communications, verbal skills are most often used because in this category, look for more than spoken words. Consider things like tone of voice, volume, clarity, and ability to know when to stop talking and listening. So verbal communication is easy to evaluate during an interview. So for example, direct and informational answer. Like applicants with verbal communication skills can answer your questions succinctly and effectively. So they won't have to break down their answer and you won't sit there wondering what they are saying. So a direct response will answer the question you have asked and not talk around it. So the answer won't be too wordy. The information you receive should also be enough to answer your question fully, but not so much that you have to wonder why they are providing the additional information. And for my second point is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is different from written communication. So often you can learn more by understanding what a person is conveying non-verbally than you can by listening to their spoken words. So non-verbal language comes from a subconscious level. Like for example, body language. There's a lot of information out there on body language. If you are someone who hires people, you will benefit significantly by learning the basics. Body language can give you insight into what a person is thinking and feeling. Like it can show if a person is entirely truthful, and it also can tell if they are nervous or very confident, open or closed, and very much more. So a person who is adept and understanding body language is also a great communicator because there are always a person well versed in body language can help diffuse even in the worst situation. And my next point is emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is the ability to understand your own emotions. So emotional intelligence also determines how well you communicate your feelings and if you can easily control them. So a person with high emotional intelligence not only understand acceptable social behaviors, but can also follow the difference between such things as frustration and anger. So a skilled person will know how to handle anger properly and will understand how to see things from another person's perspective. So that's my point. And how about you, candidate B?
Thank you, Candidate A. I agree with your point, but in my opinion, most of the employees are looking for someone who has more experience of working because when someone has experience in working, that means they already know how to do the job tasks, such as if before this they are working on the same courses but different company, so they already know how to do that job. Other than that, why I think employers are looking for someone who has more experience of working is because employee with experience can provide excellent output depending on the effort and time they dedicate on their job. Next, what I think employees are looking for someone who has more experience of working is because by having an experience of working, it can make the employee have knowledge that they can share with other employees because they are well placed to evaluate opportunities and risk and deliver innovative new solution to challenges. Hence, by having an experience of working, it can make it easier for employers so that they don't have to train the employee too much and they don't have to worry about the employee to have more mistakes in doing their job. Um, so, what do you think about candidate C?
Thank you, Candidate A and Candidate B. I do agree on both of your point that communication ability and also experience is important when hiring a new staff. but I also think that skill is what they need to focus more. By hiring someone who have skills, usually companies spend less money, although skill worker may be paid more than regular worker. They save your firm money in the long run. Regular employee may need further training, which can result in blunder at work and can harm customer relationship. However, skilled employees have the knowledge and experience to successfully execute a project, satisfy customer, and also save the money for the company. Next, I also think that by hiring a skills worker, this can make a good working relationship. What I mean by that is by having skilled individual, they tend to improve workplace relationships, since they can perform tasks while simultaneously collaborating with their peers. As a result, the workplace is happier with more employee retention and also less stress. Do you all agree with my opinion?
I agree with your opinion, but actually, I think my opinion, but I think my point is more acceptable because nowadays, mostly employees are looking for someone who has more experience. Do you
Um, After listening to both of you, both of the candidate B and C, at first I think that the communication ability is the most important thing that the employer should seek when hiring a new employee. But after hearing both of your points, I think I would have to agree with candidate B that experience are more important. The reason is because the one of the points that you've made there is that with experience they know how to do the job task efficiently, whether because experience, whether they have like a month or a year of experience of working, they know how to do their job properly, and the skills can eventually will come when you know how to do it. uh, that's
Thank you, candidate A. I also think that by hiring experienced worker, this can give a lot of benefits to company. One of it is cost effectiveness. Even though more experienced worker usually get paid higher starting salary, they can still be cost effective because they don't really need a lot of training since they're already used to it. Also, by hiring experienced employee, they know the job. They has come across most of the obstacle and also hassle that come with the job and difficult, and they would have learned the various technique to tackle any difficulties that may arise in the course of doing their job. Usually an experienced employee, they would know how to effectively use the tools or software required to get the job done. Um, experienced experienced employee also have a career to maintain and as such. An experienced employee would have the value of the job at hand. Um, I think um, that's all, and I do think the experience is important when hiring a new staff.
so thank you, candidate C. So to be concluded, I think candidate A, B, and C, we are agree on employers are looking for someone who has experience of working. Am I right?
Yes, I do agree.
yes, I agree too.
All right, that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.